right now we're going to head over to Station 6 as we continue our series Cooking with Fire. We're going to introduce you to a recipe with wide appeal. If you like pasta and you like fish, you're going to love this dish.
So where as soon as it's time to eat, we can just put it on a plate and mix it together, and then it's ready to go and hot.
You're going to have engine 8, engine 22, engine 56, truck 7, battalion 1, EMS 1, rescue 201, rescue 44, and 2 private ambulances.
Engine 3's arrived to Cashman Field. This is the Cashman Field Command.
Tonight we're cooking tuna pasta. So it's an Italian dish that Italian families generally have on every night of the week kind of basis, one night of the week. So it's seared tuna. I kind of went a little cheap and we got canned tuna. If you get big cans of tuna, it'll work just fine. And we're gonna sear it in a pan with olive oil and garlic, make a tomato sauce to go with it, and cook some penne pasta that's gonna go in a big dish like a casserole. And hopefully the guys like it, because I don't think too many people have had tuna with pasta. So we'll give it a shot. So I'm gonna start with the tomato sauce because it's gonna take the longest. One of the easiest things to do is just a few simple ingredients makes the best tomato sauce: onions, tomatoes, garlic, high quality olive oil, and salt and pepper, and then of course just fresh basil. So beyond those couple ingredients, you add too much else and you're gonna complicate your sauce and it won't be quite as good as it could be. I'm going to dice these up just a little bit smaller so they fit in our blender. I'm just gonna fill this up with onions. They won't quite blend on their own without adding a little bit of liquid, so olive oil goes in. A lot of people would chop up onions, dice them up, put them in a pan, and saute them. This way, they kind of blend into the sauce a little bit better. You don't see onions in there. Where I kind of learned to cook, they taught me that most Italians will actually blend up their onions. All right, so now that the onions are blended, we'll throw them in the pot. Remember, there's olive oil mixed in there, so once they start cooking, the onions won't burn. They'll have plenty of oil in there. Matthew Wilson, our probationary firefighter, he's helping with the side vegetables tonight. We got some Italian squash and some zucchini that we're gonna have. We're gonna toss that up in olive oil, garlic, salt and pepper, and some dried thyme. Next thing to prepare would be the basil. So I'm going to pull off the leaves, starting with the largest ones.
Rescue 6, unconsciousness or fainting, District 2418, Phantom 99.
Started working in the casinos or in restaurants in Boulder City, and after a few years, I moved down to Mandalay Bay in the Venetian and worked on the Strip as a chef. It's been a great skill to have coming into the firehouse, because there's a lot of hungry mouths to feed. I like Italian because it's simple. As long as you put good ingredients in, it doesn't take much work. So, in goes the tuna. It's just the frozen tuna portions from Smith's. So the guys here, you've got a budget to work with. We all put it in the mornings of our first day, or each shift depends. And that's what we've got to work with for our several meals. And it's just like cooking any other piece of fish. It really doesn't take much time. We're gonna put this all together in a pot, throw it back in the oven. So there really is no risk of undercooking. Working it with such a large amount like this, I think it's a little easier to layer it and put it in the pot. It's a lot easier to serve family style than it is to kind of make an individual plate. Got our pasta mixed up. Just throw it in our serving tray. Fresh mozzarella we cut up earlier. And we'll just sprinkle that on top and work it in just a little bit on top. Let it finish warming up and keep it warm until everyone's ready to eat. It's good enough.
Station 6, Station 6. Chow. Chow's ready.
John, thank you for cooking, sir. You're welcome.
Rescue 6, engine 43, 600, level 30, response code 3, district 2119.
They got a call, so we're wrapping their plate with foil, keeping it warm best we can.
If you'd like this recipe, go to kclv.tv and look for Code 3 Cooking with Fire.